That's right, new tower PC. This is yet another do-it-yourself computer. As you can see here, it's custom built. I seem to really have a thing for DIY computers because don't mind the absolute freaking mess I'm about to show you over there, but, those two tower computers right there, those are also DIY computers as far as I know. So, there was no sticker saying what operating system this is running, so if I can get this thing up and running, it's going to be completely blind. I really hope that it's something Windows. I'm not very fond of Linux. I don't know what I'm going to do if it's not Windows, but I'll try something. As you can see here, I'm pretty sure this is AMD Sempron. Sorry. And yeah, the only thing it's got is a little DVD RW drive. Aha! So it should be able to read the DVDs I actually use and not CDs, which the DVD drive in the Linux PC uses. Okay, so this seems to be the power button. I'm not sure what this is for. Then we have two audio jacks right there. This... Oh, that goes up and down. Okay, so that's not a loose piece. Then we have two USB ports in the front, just like the Linux PC. And then on the back, we have 4 USB ports, again, just like the Linux PC. 2 Ethernet ports, not sure if either of them work. One of them seems to have a broken flap. Then we have a VGA cable right here. And same old power plug that I use for my monitors and my other computers. The assembly date here says October 5th, 2006. Either that or May 10th, 2006, which is very interesting. So this is probably going to be running, I don't know, Windows XP or Windows... Very unlikely that this could be running Windows Vista. I don't know, but this might be running Windows XP now that I look at the assembly date. I'm a bit nervous to take a look at the inside, but, for the sake of the content, I guess we're gonna have to. I promise you I'm going to take off the tape in the next shot, okay? So, I'll be right back. Okay, so, I just got this thing open, and holy shit is it dusty. Look at that. That is dust. I'm gonna have to get, like, a bottle of, like, compressed air and spray it all over this. I assume this part on the cover here was to, like, it was for, like, ventilation purposes. I don't know, but, yeah, all of this needs, like, a thorough cleaning. This is dusty. Ooh. Whoa, look at that. 1996. Wow, so this board here, I assume this is the motherboard. This motherboard was assembled in 1996, and this computer was assembled in '06. This is probably running Windows XP, or an extremely old version of Linux. Won't know till we turn it on, but I'm not turning it on till I get these freaking fans cleaned. Look at that. Yeah, let me get the bottle of compressed air. Pretty sure we still have some. Alright, things are looking much better. My mom did lots of cleaning with some alcohol and tried to suck some of the dust out with a vacuum. I'd say the fans are looking better. I mean, there's no way to, like, completely clean the fans. Some of this dust is, like, really on there. But, yeah, I think that's as good as it gets, at least without compressed air. I think it is time to hook this up and see what operating system is running on here. And then I came to a realization. There is no hard drive on here. I will see what I can do. Alright, so you see that little black thing covering one of the pins there? Whoever was using this hard drive last gave this thing an absolute lobotomy, and I think I made it worse. So I think I'm just gonna take one of the hard drives from the Linux PC and try to hook it up to this one. I don't know why the Linux PC had 2 hard drives to begin with, but, oh well. Alright, I spent a good few minutes getting one of the hard drives from the Linux PC into the new one. I really don't know if it's going to pick up the hard drive because getting the hard drive hooked up and everything was a process and a half, let me tell you that. A lot of the pins for the hookups were like missing, so I really doubt that, my jerry-rigging skills will, bring this PC to life, but I guess the only way to find out is to press the power button. So if it doesn't detect the hard drive, we should at least be able to see it post. So here goes nothing. That wasn't the power button. Ooh, we have a post beep. How interesting. I have the, monitor tilted back because if I put it on the floor, it looks like it's facing the floor a little bit. Yeah. It looks like it's facing the floor. Ooh! We have a drive, okay. I really, really hope I got the hard drive that's got XP Delta on it, not Linux Lite. If I got the one that has Linux Lite on it, I'm gonna have to do a lot of more, reconfiguring. Wow. This is really old. Advanced BIOS features? Wow, there's an option dedicated exclusively to OS2. OS2 is a canceled operating system. This BIOS is old. Like, really old. Even older than the Linux PC. I mean, I guess that, go figure, this motherboard is from fucking 1996. I guess I shouldn't be that surprised, but wow. I'm really happy that it picked up the hard drive. I did not think that with all the fucked up pins it was going to, detect the thing. ACPI away mode. New feature for Windows XP MCE 2005. Allows the computer to appear off to the user while it continues to perform tasks that do not require user input. Ooh, this may or may not be useful. Let's enable that. Save to CMOS and exit. Why? And let's see if we can boot into Windows XP on this thing. Windows XP Delta, specifically. Or Linux Lite, if I got the wrong hard drive, but I'm pretty sure the WD one, has XP on it. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna be so pissed. It took me forever to get that hard drive in there, so I'm super glad that it's working, but if it's the wrong one, then that was all for nothing. Verifying DMI pool data, so we're still in the BIOS. I'm glad the computer didn't explode on power on, because currently the fans are, like, pointed right at humongous stacks of books. Ah, shit. Disk boot failure. Insert system disk and press enter. I'm not trying to... Okay, so something is going on here. Disk boot failure. Insert system disk and press enter. What the fuck? Maybe I can tinker with the BIOS and get something working. Give me a second. I'm gonna do some off-camera BIOS tweaking. Okay, I did as best I could to, like, meddle with the settings to make sure that this boots. I really don't know if my changes will actually make a difference, but only one way to find out. I really doubt it's gonna do anything. I might have to switch hard drives. Not sure if you noticed, but I also got the monitor to face up. I forgot that I can tilt the screen a little bit without breaking it, so that's pretty cool. Verifying DMI pool data. I disabled boot other device, so I don't know if that's going to make a difference, because it may have been looking for other devices instead of the hard drive. I really don't know. I don't have experience with old BIOSes. I don't know what the deal with this thing is. I suppose I could try changing the, whatever that thing was, that IDE thing, I suppose I could change that setting, but that's really the only other idea I have in mind, my bad. As you can see, I've gotten progressively worse at public speaking, and I'm speaking to my fucking phone right now, so yeah, you can tell things are not looking well for me. My voice is even back down to that, like, really deep, really masculine sounding tone again. I'm not trying to boot, you dingus. I'm trying to get into the BIOS. As I was saying about the voice, it's at that kind of like deep where if I told you, to the average viewer, they're probably completely unaware that I'm trans femme, right? So now that I just said that straight to the camera, you're probably like pissing yourself right now. Like, you're probably thinking to yourself, there's no fucking way this guy that sounds like a grown-ass man is a trans femme, right? Like, how do you turn a voice this damn deep into like, hi, hi, hi? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. When people hear my voice, they always assume I go by he, him, which is frustrating, but I can't blame them because they don't know me. Anyway, I'll stop yapping about myself. Where was that feature? What the hell? The time is actually somewhat accurate. It's a few minutes off, but it's not that far. That is impressive. I can't believe it actually got the time right for the most part. Total memory 255 megabytes. Please tell me that is not the RAM. If that is the RAM, that is going to be impossible to work with. I really hope that's not the RAM. I'm praying that that's not the RAM. If so, this thing could probably only run like up to... I don't even know the RAM requirements for any of the Windows versions, but my best guess is that this thing could run Windows 2000 on a good day. Where is it? ID. Here it is. RAID. SATA controller mode. That's what it's called. I really doubt that this setting is going to make a difference, but we'll see. Okay, so change of plans question mark? This is going to be interesting, so prepare yourselves for this one. I found a third hard drive in the Linux PC, and I decided instead of trying to take out the one on the bottom that the screwdriver I have can't even get the screws for, how about I just hook up that other hard drive alongside the one that the new PC wouldn't boot into. So I took the time to screw in the other hard drive, didn't take the one that wasn't working out. And let me tell you, getting that fourth screw in was like fucking foreplay for technology, but the sex joke aside, let's see if the second hard drive works. Sorry if my S's are really freaking S-y, I don't know what's going on with my voice. Uh-oh. Maybe it's gonna show up on the second or third? Come on. What? Huh? What the fuck? What did that even say? Okay, so that was definitely the disk with Linux on it. I might have to Control-Alt-Delete and add that second hard drive to the, boot thingy, because it went straight back to this, and I have a feeling that this is going to error in a few seconds. Wait, what? What is this black screen for? Okay, can we Control-Alt-Delete? No, we cannot, apparently. Okay, it, hung. That's interesting. Okay, give me a second to do some more BIOS tinkering. So we do have something here. We have SCSI 0, which was not there before. So yeah, that is proof that the other hard drive is working. Oh right, I forgot to check if the freaking, what the Linux message was about. Give me a second. Okay, so I put my SD card reader with a 1 terabyte SD card in the computer. It was supposed to have Tiny11 on it, which I was at least hoping we could have gotten to, like, the environment. I was not expecting to install Tiny11 on this thing. I set all of the boot options to, like, different USB modes, and when I got to this screen, it gave the disk boot failure message instantly. It didn't even wait a few seconds. So yeah, this thing does not want to boot into anything. I really do not know why. Okay, so I'm confident that it's been at least 2 hours since my last clip. I don't know why the camera is spazzing out. Please focus. It has been a really long time since the last clip, but I have just finished burning Windows 2000 to the same USB, not USB, it's an SD card. Look, remember this thing? I used this exact same SD card reader with another SD card to install Windows XP Delta Edition on the Linux PC. I burned Windows 2000 to this, so hopefully if the computer decides to cooperate, I'll be able to install Windows 2000 on one of the hard drives, but let's see if it actually decides to. Let's see if it boots into this. If it doesn't want to boot into the USB, I honestly have no ideas, because this is my only idea. If this doesn't work, I don't know what will. So hopefully it works. Aha. Press any key to boot from USB. Hopefully we don't get any bullshit about fucking disk errors. Oh, thank God. Results. Shocking, right? That's what a computer's supposed to do. It took me hours to get just this. Christ. Okay, let's install Windows 2000 on this thing. Let's install Windows 2000 on this thing if it succeeds. I don't know if it's gonna succeed. Something could always go wrong. I don't know if I'm jinxing myself by assuming everything's going to go right. Things could always go Michael MJD style. Murphy's Law is staring me down every fucking day, so if it decides to be a pain in the ass right now, then there's nothing I can do. I don't know, I'll give it a bit. I'm gonna go take a piss and come back. I'm gonna leave this as is while I leave. If it's not done anything by the time I come back, it's most definitely hung. It really should not be taking this long, in my opinion, even for this computer. Well, I mean, I just managed to disable numlock, so I guess that's a sign that it hasn't hung. I'm gonna go do what I said I would do, and hopefully this thing has moved at least an inch by the time I come back. It is now 2 in the morning, and this bitch has not moved a muscle, so, needless to say, I will be leaving this for later. I'm going to be leaving this mess of a setup exactly as is. Peep the books in the background. Yes, I still read Dave Pilkey books. Fight me, it really did hang. I suppose before I go to bed, I can do a quick test restart to see if it makes a difference. Can I Control-Alt-Delete? I can. Wow. So let's see if rebooting does anything, but I doubt it's going to. Yeah, I don't know why I bother. I left this thing on for like, what was it, 40 minutes? I lost count, but it was a long time, and it just sat here like this. I don't know what's stopping me from just pressing the power button and going to bed, but that's literally all I can do at this point. I have a mild headache. The longer I stay up, the worse said headache will get, so I don't know why I'm essentially killing myself by staying up. Fuck this, dude. Tomorrow's another day, and if not tomorrow, I'll make time during the week. I'm done with this thing's shenanigans for now. Alright, so it's pretty late at night on a Monday, but well, actually it's Tuesday now, my bad. I completely forgot that I finished burning a Windows XP ISO to the SD card earlier, since Windows 2000 wouldn't work. And fun fact, when I actually went to try and burn the ISO the first time, turns out the external hard drive that I kept the ISOs on started acting up again, so that corrupted all the ISOs that I already had. So I had to delete them all and re-download another XP ISO, and I don't even know if this one's going to work. So, I'm expecting no results because this thing has been extremely problematic so far, even for the most basic things, so wish me good luck, or don't. And if this fails, I'm just gonna go straight to bed. Not even gonna bother tweaking any BIOS settings. I just figured, fuck it, why not? Because I've been staying up pretty late around the same time every weekday. So, yeah, it's only 12:35, whatever. I'm not gonna feel any more well-rested when I wake up, so here goes nothing, no more stalling. And I forgot I didn't switch the computer on. Hold on. And sorry about the glare on the monitor. I definitely do not feel like turning a light on at this time because that would wake up my mom and the dogs, and that is the last thing I want. I don't know why, but I just have a slight feeling that something might change, but I don't know. Okay, please do something this time. Don't just get stuck on setup as inspecting your computer's hardware configuration. And that seems to be the case. I'm still questioning why this computer has such a massive fucking hate boner for me, because it can't be bad IDE cables or anything like that. It can't be bad connections, because it's picking everything up just fine. So it's just hanging here for whatever reason, and it's too old to run Windows Vista, so that's out of the question. But anything older than Windows 2000 I can't burn with Rufus, so that's out of the question too. I don't know what this thing can run. Clearly not Windows XP or 2000. Is it just that the SD card method is not working? Do I have to use a DVD again like the old days? I hope not, because image burn is super slow. On any of my other devices, this would have worked. I don't get what this computer thinks is so special about itself that it just refuses to run Windows XP setup. What, aside from the fact that it's old enough that it does a beep on startup, because that was a characteristic in like really fucking old computers. I don't get what this computer thinks is so special about it. Windows XP and Windows 2000 should be right up this computer's era, because this thing was assembled in like 06. That was right before Windows Vista came out. So this Windows XP should be like new enough for this, but no. Why be able to boot into something, right? Because that's totally not what a computer's supposed to do. You know what? I think I'm just gonna call it a night again, because the last clip I did was also late at night, and it was just nothing but me ranting because I was pissed off. So I think I'm gonna hit the hay again, and assuming I don't pick up where I left off at midnight again, no, past midnight, maybe I'll have a better plan. But the SD card, the SD card seems to be proving itself worthless. I don't know if it's a matter of changing the USB port that I'm using. I haven't tried that yet, but whatever the fuck I'm doing right now, it's not working. And I really don't know why. I really don't know why. Note to self, every time we get to a screen like this, we're stuck here, because this ain't moving. Last time I left the computer on this screen, I left it here for like an hour, maybe slightly longer. It did not move. If Windows 98 or something doesn't work by burning it to a DVD, I may have to go as far as like literally getting a USB floppy drive or something and like getting a bunch of floppy disks. I might have to go to those fucking lengths. That, or I could get like a real copy of Windows 98 to test on this thing, because this computer's old enough to run it. It's just a matter of getting the stuff I need. But holy fuck, I am tired of this thing sitting around and doing nothing. Something's gotta give. Something's giving eventually. This is not over. I will make this fucker boot into something. But as I said, last clip was also late at night, and it was just a random pissed off rant while I sat at this exact screen on an older version of Windows. So I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully with a DVD with Windows 98 on it. If not that, then I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. If I'm watching this tomorrow because I had no idea what I was going to do, Windows 98 on a DVD-RW. Get to it. But yeah, I'm gonna stop the recording, try switching USB ports. I know it's not going to work, but I'm gonna try anyway, and then I'm gonna get some sleep. Okay, so that DVD's got Windows XP on it. Let's see if we can boot into it. For real this time, because it seems to hate the SD card, so maybe a DVD will do better. I don't know, but if this doesn't work, I don't know what will. This is pretty much my last resort. I really don't know what to do at this point. Sorry, forgot to turn the brightness back down. I don't know why it's not showing the hard drive now, but I mean, it shows it on the boot screen. Not boot screen, BIOS. I don't know, this thing is all around quirky. It'll do anything to fucking... Oh, none, so it's not detecting the hard drive now. What the fuck did I do? Peep the extremely jank solution that probably will bend the IDE cables permanently. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. Why would it work? Wow. Alright, get a load of this. The hard drive is only detected when the DVD drive is not hooked in. Wow, that is fucking amazing. Why does it matter if the DVD drive is hooked in or not for the hard drive to get picked up? Why? Why can't they be hooked in simultaneously? Why is it one or the other? This computer is so fucking weird. Almost nothing I've done has worked on this thing. Like, the farthest we've gotten is like, setup is like blah 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 hardware configuration on like Windows XP setup. That is all. That's all I've been able to do on this thing. And now I find out that when the DVD drive is hooked in, it doesn't detect the hard drive. How does that work? How? How does that make any sense? I guess we're using the USB DVD drive then. Okay. Alright. Will it cooperate with the DVD RW drive via USB? Yes, it will. Okay. For a second, I thought this thing had a fucking phobia of optical media, which honestly wouldn't have been that far-fetched for this thing. But let's see if we can actually get into setup with optical media. If we could do that, that would be a shocker. Because SD card didn't do jack. Okay. Alright. We're booting. Let's see if it decides to actually move this time. Setup is inspecting your computer's hardware configuration. Inspect a little bit faster, would you? It stopped spinning, which is not a good sign. Yeah, I don't know why I expected a different result, but, once again, yet another fail. Wow, this thing is fucking impossible. This is impossible. Yeah, it stopped spinning and we're stuck. This is insane. I've never had a computer this unwilling to work. I really want to know what this thing's fucking problem is. I am desperate to know why this thing does not want to do anything. Until I get this thing to boot into something, it's literally just a hunk of metal in my room. I'm gonna try to get like something Windows 98 related on the SD card. If that doesn't work, I'm out of ideas, honestly. Because Windows 2000 doesn't work, Windows XP doesn't work, so clearly we gotta go lower, right? Like, the only thing I've gotten to work is like a bare bones live MS-DOS thing. That is all I've gotten to work on here. Aside from that, literally nothing has worked. I've literally only got, I'm saying literally way too much. I've only gotten a live MS-DOS thing to work, and even then it was like practically useless, couldn't do jack on it. That is the only thing that has worked on this thing so far. Alright. Welcome back. I am officially 17 as of this recording. It is almost an hour past midnight on March 20th on this clip. So yeah. I'm a year older than I was in the last clip. In terms of like literally speaking, I turn like 17 literally at 3:21 p.m. Which is funny because that's 1 minute off of 3:20. It would have been 3:20 at 3:20 p.m. but no. Just had to be 1 minute late. That pisses me off kind of, but whatever. I've got Windows 98 burned to that DVD there. We're gonna see if that resonates better with this stupid ass computer that can't boot into jack shit. You know what? Now that I think about it, this computer would actually be kind of cool to run like full-on MS-DOS on. Like actual MS-DOS. If I got like a USB floppy drive and bought a boxed copy of MS-DOS, that'd be pretty cool to set up. Oh, we got Windows 98. Oh, I guess we don't have Windows 98. But that did work for a second. Can we Control-Alt-Delete? No, we can't. I don't know why the keyboard stopped working, but, oh, it just boots right back into the... Is this technically a boot loop? I could try switching the keyboard, but I don't know if that's gonna work. I swear to God, if the thing that prevents me from hitting boot from CD is the fact that it stops recognizing the keyboard once it gets to this menu, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. This computer has hated me for like everything I've tried so far. Yeah, I don't know what gives with this fucking thing. Hold on. Aha. it's responding now. Start Windows 98 setup from CD-ROM. Please work. Please fucking work. If this works, this is going to be huge. But with this computer, I guess I can expect failure. No drives found aborting installation. Oh my fucking god. Why am I not surprised? Alright, attempted Windows 98 setup, episode 2, I guess. It's officially my birthday, as I said. Wait, no, I already said that. The last clip was at, like, 12:40 in the morning. Never mind. Okay, so, planning on going live around, like, 2:30 p.m. I repurposed one of my old external hard drives to contain a modified version of the Windows 98 ISO that should work better on this machine. If it doesn't, then, I don't know. I can only think of one thing that could cause it to not work, and it's probably like a USB driver. I don't know. I'm gonna stop yapping because I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah, once the time hits like 2 or 2:30ish, I'm gonna go live for my birthday stream, and we're gonna count down until 3:21 p.m. and when 3:21 p.m. hits, I will literally be 17, and I'm gonna play some Undertale Yellow to celebrate. So yeah. If I sound like I'm out of breath, I am, because sometimes I waste a lot of breath when I'm explaining shit, so I sound like I'm gasping for air as I'm talking, so I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, I've got plans for a birthday stream. This clip was recorded before said stream, so yeah, let's hope that the little Windows 98 jerry-rig that I did actually works this time, because I followed a tutorial, so in theory it should work, right? Got like an easy to boot setup and all that. I don't know. I'll see you when it loads in. Here we go. Okay, so we're booting into the thing. It's doing things one step at a time, and now the screen is black. Are we waiting for something or what? Yeah, we are. Okay. Disable Kaspersky shim.mnu. Why is there a thing for Kaspersky? What does Kaspersky have to do with this? I actually had to uninstall the antivirus that I had because, for some reason, Kaspersky was fucking up my internet. I don't know why. I assume it was because it was, like, trying to download some freaking virus info database or something, and that, like, takes up a lot of energy on the network so much that it disconnects me. I don't know. But Windows boot menu, tiny98.iso DOS, that's the thing. Let's hope it works. Alright, looks like it's working. I kept some of the drivers in my thing because I wanted to at least have like audio drivers and some basic stuff. I wanted to have like just enough drivers to where it doesn't take up all the RAM, but still has memory for drivers. We're going to be installing to the hard drive, by the way. I don't know if that was obvious. Some things seem really obvious to me, but are absolutely not to other people, so I felt like clarifying that. We're going to be installing Windows 98 to the hard drive, assuming it works, which I hope it does. If this does the same fucking thing as on the DVD drive, I'm gonna be so pissed. Because it took a while to get this working. I think this is why the guy whose tutorial I followed deleted all of the drivers, because, like, this is kind of taking a while. Yeah, he only kept the Windows 98 folder in his little tiny 98 thing, but I wanted to have at least some audio drivers. Yeah, this is kind of gonna take a while. Oh man. Now I really see why he kept the things out, the drivers out. Now we're on to the display drivers. I don't think there were many drivers in there. You know what? I think I am gonna pause until this is done, because I don't know how many more folders there are, and there is no and. That's about it. Yeah, I'll unpause when this is done. Alrighty, I am back, and I'm officially 17 now. 3:21 p.m. is long gone, so I've been 17 for, like, what? Almost 2 hours now. Just shy of 2 hours now. Wow. I don't feel any older, and I suppose that's a good thing, but, the files finished copying right as I was ready to start streaming, but contents of CD are now on drive B. Let's press enter. Are you... Are you fucking kidding me? I waited 2 hours for that? No fucking way. I waited 2 hours for that shit. This is so fucking stupid. This computer hates me. Yo! Check this out. The monitor not the monitor, fuck. The hard drive that I said I couldn't hook up. I actually got it to hook up. Oh my god. That is so crazy. Maybe I can use it for something. Holy shit. This thing has 3 hard drives now. That's insane. You thought the mess couldn't get messier? Think again. New setup, guys. Okay, so obviously it's been a few days since the last clip I recorded for this, but quick recap. Aside from the one you already heard from Editor Me in the future. I'm gonna be honest with you, I only remember the fact that the computer did not have enough memory for Hiram's boot CD. Hiram Lodge. Yeah, I don't remember much. It has been months since that clip, literally, so I only remember that it didn't have enough RAM to run Hiram's boot CD. That's all I remember. So, yeah, there's your recap from future me. Fuck. I bought a SATA to USB or IDE to USB whatever thing just so I could hook that hard drive to my main computer, and I put the files for Windows 98 directly on it. So we should no longer need this external hard drive back here, and we should be able to boot directly into that right there and install Windows 98 right on it. So let's see if I was right. This screen. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere with this. I just realized that we might not be able to boot into the hard drive because there's no boot record on it. It's just files, so I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so I've done a little something. Hopefully it works. Eventually I somehow got something Windows 98 related working, but of course that feeling of success didn't last long. The reason why the audio is muted in this clip was because Mom was playing something on her record player and I didn't feel like telling her to turn it down. I'm gonna make this computer run something if it's the last thing I do. So that's why I got floppy disks. Yeah, I almost went broke for this video. The things I will do for content. I'm right at the fucking threshold in my bank account right now. There's a certain threshold that I have to be above to avoid getting charged fees. They don't actually apply till I'm fucking 25, but I still want to be above the threshold just because. But yeah, I'm right above the threshold, barely right now. So yeah, I bought a lot of stuff for this video and I'm gonna make it fucking work. So let's turn this thing on. That floppy disk that I just inserted there has got Calibri OS on it, and it's supposed to be an entire operating system in 1.44 megabytes. Fuck you! Non-system disk or disk error. Why am I not surprised? How does it know? How does it know? Every single time I try to install an operating system on this thing, I stop before it stops before I can make progress. How? With Windows XP and 2000 setup, it stops at setup as inspecting your computer's hardware configuration. If I try to install Windows 98, it hangs at trying to copy the files for setup. And if I try to do anything floppy disk related, it does this. Yeah, well, a newsflash computer, there's nothing I can use to burn ISOs or image files to floppy disks. I'm trying my best here, alright? Maybe I did buy a carcass. Hello, welcome to this again. In this clip, I will be trying Windows XP Integral, which I heard has like better support for like SATA drivers and all that. Since this thing seems to like hate pretty much everything I do with it, I figured why not try Windows XP Integral because it might have a better shot at working. So, not gonna yap for like 7 minutes. I'm just gonna turn on the computer and hope for the best. And it's switched off. I'm such a dumbass. Also, yes, it is in fact 5 in the morning and I'm recording this. As to why, I went to a concert again and my hearing is impaired again. So I figured instead of trying to fall asleep with the constant E in my ears, I would pull an all-nighter, so I'm doing this. I'm really hoping that the DVD actually burned, because for some reason I've been having issues with burning DVDs. So if for some reason the disc is still blank, then that sucks. Boot from CD, yes, that's a good sign. Setup is inspecting your computer's hardware configuration. Usually we get stuck here, so I hope this does something, but yeah, the disk did burn, which is good news. And since this is Windows XP Integral, we should get farther than this, which we usually don't, so I'm crossing my fingers. Not literally, but I'm just gonna see if this goes anywhere. Alright, that went just about as well as expected. This time I'm going to be trying my Windows 10 recovery DVD, which I really doubt is going to work. It just said disk boot failure, didn't it? Let's try that again. Oh, it's giving us another shot, and this is a loop, isn't it? Disk boot failure. Awesome, dude. Did I ever tell you that I hate Linux? I'm not very fond of Linux. Well, now I have. I really do not Linux. I do not Linux. Yeah, I do not Linux. I main Windows. I do not like Windows. I like Windows. I do not. Let me start. Fuck. I don't like Linux. I've never been able to get along with a Linux user. I've always had bad experiences with Linux users. The operating system is just absolute nightmare fuel. Installing a program takes like 2 paragraphs of text that I don't even understand and has like an 80% chance of failing. Linux altogether has just been a massive nightmare for me, but at this point I'm willing to give it a chance. I found an old version of Red Hat from like 1999. Let's see if it works. An operating system wasn't found. Try disconnecting any drives that don't contain an operating system. Okay, so that would be this right here. Okay. It did. I'm just gonna hit enter. Oh my god, you're kidding. This is why I hate Linux. Alright, finally, progress. I got a random version of Ubuntu to work, so let's do this. Finally. Oh god, please don't hang on this. Okay. No common CD-ROM drive was detected. You may need to load additional CD-ROM drivers for a driver floppy. No. Dude, what? Alright, I've tried numerous distros on this thing by now. The last thing I'm trying before giving up is... I forgot the name of the distro for a second. The last distro I'm going to be trying right now is Slackware 11. If this doesn't work, then I give up, because nothing has worked on this thing. And here we go again. This happened before for some reason, off camera. With the USB thing inserted, if I turn on the computer, it just fucking dies. What's up with that? That's the second time in a row that this... Not in a row. Actually, yes, in a row. This is the second time in a row that this has happened. Like, what the hell? Dude, why? Wake up, I have to exploit you for content. Alright, that's fun. See you in a bit. Wow. I hate to say it, but I think we just witnessed this computer's final moments. Spoke too soon. Alright, let's see if this works. Oh, USB's not in there. Okay, might have to Control-Alt-Delete. That's fine. Let me try that again. Alright. It spun up this time. Okay, Slackware 11. Let's see if we can get somewhere. Alright, we're booting into the Slackware setup. This better fucking work. If you are not using a US keyboard, you may load a different keyboard map. To select a different keyboard map, please enter 1 now. To continue using the US map, just hit enter. That's fine. So, give me a second. I have no fucking idea how to do this, so I'm going to figure it out off camera. I will see you when the thing is done, if I can do it. How did I even fucking do that?